You. Now, my next guest, she's come such a long way since her paper round as a 12-year-old in East London. Entrepreneur Emma Grede was named one of America's richest self-made women in 2022. She's teamed up with the Kardashians on very successful fashion brands, but she does an awful lot more than that. And tonight, she joins the Dragons in the Den.
How are you feeling, love?
Fine, thank you.
All right, I know it's a lot. I can feel it. I can definitely feel it. You know, there's definitely a couple of issues that you've got here, right? I think that you've been in business for quite a few years now, and when we look at your numbers, there's something about the brand that just isn't tracking. I think that you perhaps need to look at the price of this product. That's a barrier to entry.
Right, Emma joins me now. It's so good to see you.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
I know, and you are perfect for Dragon's Den.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say.
No, it is, because you're a self-made woman.
Yes, indeed.
You're one of these people that have worked their bottoms off.
I've done it all. I've had every job.
Since you were a kid, you've worked.
Oh, honestly, since I was 12 years old, I've done the paper round. I worked in a deli. I've worked in all the stores. I've done every job imaginable. But it's actually quite handy when you're the boss because you need to know what everybody's doing, and it's actually good to have an appreciation of everyone's role.
Because you've been there, you know what it's like.
Been there.
What was the big breakthrough for you, though, would you say, in business-wise, when you had that light bulb idea?
I started a company when I was 24, and I feel like I've had a lot of failures. You know, it's not like I'm an overnight success. I've done so many different things. Some of them worked out well, some not so well, but you pick something up and you learn something in every single venture, and I honestly don't think there's been one kind of, like, big unlock moment. It's just been a series of things and a series of learnings.
Yeah, and that's really good that you say that it's OK to fail.
Oh,
it's actually all right. In fact, it's better.
It's actually really helpful because you need to know what not to do. And I feel like nothing ever works straight out of the gate, you know?
And home now is LA?
Home is LA. I mean, it's so weird even for me to say that because when I'm here, I'm like, this is my home.
Of course.
You know, cup of tea, a
It's where you live.
Exactly.
LA is where you live.
I live in LA. I live in LA, but I'm not complaining.
No, not at all. The great thing that you can bring to the Den is you're good at the fact that you can give really sound advice.
Absolutely, and it comes from a place, you know, I try to be really kind with my advice, but also you want to help people, so
There's
I'm
no
honest.
point saying this is great, great, great.
No, absolutely no way. You know, I do the show in America, and so I'm really used to just being, like, upfront and honest, and also you want people to get something out of it, even if they don't walk away with an investment.
Exactly. They'll still walk away with some knowledge, and maybe they'll do it come at a different way from it. You know, you were saying to that lady that we were talking to, price point, have a wee think about that. You know, just maybe think about all these different ways.
Over there a little bit.
Of course, when you work with the Kardashians, that comes with a lot of attention. But actually, the brands that you have worked with, I think both Chloe and Kim, have been astonishingly successful. And they're business ventures for you, you know.
Absolutely.
That's what they are.
Well, these are businesses, we're partners. Yeah. But my businesses are really rooted in making sure that we can serve all women. And I think what's most important is creating brands that are not about, you know, what size you are or where you've come from. I'm really here to make sure that we're creating products for every single woman, regardless of her size. And that's really what chimes with people, because everyone wants to look good. Everyone wants to feel confident.
Of course.
And Good American lets you do that. You feel great.
But also the Skims brand, what I really liked about it, because it does work, I can testify to that.
Thank you very much.
It does actually work. The thing was, though, you go from a teeny-weeny size, teeny-tiny.
Oh, yes.
All the way up.
All the way up.
But even more importantly, it's not the colours are different.
I know, don't
depending
you just love
on the colour of your skin. You
exactly, and I think that's just so important. Again, it's about making stuff for every single body.
Yeah, and I never really, of course, you don't think about it because you see you go for what suits you.
Yes.
And what's going to work for your tone and whatever, and what's going to make you look better. But of course, everybody's totally different.
Everybody's totally different, and we really need that. We need that from our brands, and it's important to do that. It just makes people feel great about themselves. And you know, we talk a lot about like representation matters, but it's really simple. You just want to make products for as many people as possible, and then you're going to have more customers and you'll make more money.
It makes good business sense.
It does make good business sense.
It's the right thing to do. That's great.
Absolutely.
But also it makes more sense. As well as everything that you do, you're a mum of 4.
I know. I mean, that is right. I have 4 children. They are 10 and 7, and I've got twin 2-year-olds.
Fantastic.
Gorgeous.
And how do you and your husband balance that? He obviously has to take more of his, you know, he has to take a share.
Well, you know, it's really important. But I'm teaching my kids what it means to, like, go out and forge a life for yourself. herself. And I think it's really important for them to see that. They know their mum gets up, it takes something to keep the lights on, and I think that's good for kids to see.
Absolutely. And of course, your mum really installed that work ethic in you, didn't she?
Oh, 100%. My mum was an absolute, and still is, an absolute grafter. But she really taught me everything that I know. You know, coming from East London, she was like, Emma, you are not better than anyone else, but nor is anyone better than you. And I think I've just kept that in my head my whole life.
I love that. Because that's it, isn't it? It's like, we're all the same.
We're all the same.
And we should be starting at... We would love to think that we all start from
100%. And we're all going to have to work really, really hard to make it happen.
I know. Are we going to see you more in are you just bouncing in?
I'm kind of like...
one?
I'm bouncing around a little bit. Who knows? You never say never.
It works. It just works so well.
I mean, it's such a nice show to do. They're all so lovely.
They are good. They helped you out, didn't they, when you...
Honestly.
Your passport went awry, I believe.
My passport went awry.
The most organised women in the world.
No. I kind of got back to my hotel in London. I was like, oh, no. You know when you forgot something? They all rallied round and they managed to get my passport magically out of the safe and sent to Heathrow.
Well, that's
so I didn't miss a flight. I had to get back to my kids.
Well, of course you did. Of course you did.
Can you imagine?
And you just bounced backwards and forwards and that's fine.
That's
Emma, it's great. We can see you tonight on Dragon's Den.
8 o'clock.
BBC One, 8 o'clock, right?
Absolutely.
What a joy to see you.
Oh,
just
really
keep doing what you do.
Thank you so much.
Can't believe you get 4
Thank you for having me.
You look about 12. It's nuts.
I'll take it.
It's great.